If you've ever found yourself experiencing sleep issues such as difficulty falling asleep, or find that you feel very sleepy throughout the day and need naps to help you get through an entire day, then you might be out of sync with your body's internal clock, which we call the circadian rhythm. Now, you might have heard of this term before, especially in terms of how it controls what time you sleep and wake up, but it's not just sleep that this controls, which means that it's not just sleep that gets affected when things are going wrong. If you are out of sync with your circadian rhythm, you may also find you are experiencing headaches, digestive issues, weight fluctuations, that's both weight gain and weight loss, and you may find yourself having mood swings and feeling irritable, which can also impact on your ability to concentrate. So if issues with your circadian rhythm can lead to all of these problems, it's probably a good idea to understand what it is and how it works. And well, would you look at that? You've come to the right place. Hello everyone, it's Kamini from Longgame.haf. Welcome back to another week on the channel. If you're new here, I put out a new video every Friday that can help educate you on health in some way. So subscribe and check out my other videos while you're at it. So the circadian rhythm is a natural process that takes place inside your body, and it is a cycle that repeats roughly every 24 hours. It's also known as the sleep-wake cycle, but it controls a few things such as sleep patterns, hormone production, body temperature, cell repair, and also digestion. Now, it directs different parts of your body to perform their tasks at the right time, and a healthy circadian rhythm helps make sure that everything in your body runs smoothly, leading to better sleep, more energy, and just feeling good in general. So how exactly does this rhythm work? Well, in your brain is a small region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN for short. Now, this is located within the hypothalamus of the brain, and this SCN has thousands of nerve cells that communicate with each other to coordinate your circadian rhythm. It's like you have a little conductor in your brain. Now, this region in your brain doesn't work alone. It responds to cues from the environment, the main and probably most important cue being sunlight. Light exposure in the morning will signal the SCN region in the brain to sync up your internal clock with the external environment. Now, other important cues are meal timing, exercise, and sleep schedule. So what this means is that while you can't change what the SCN region in the brain is doing directly, you can change these cues in your life to help make sure that your circadian rhythm is working the best that it can for you. So, seeing as it's a 24-hour cycle, let's first go through the different phases of the cycle and see what is going on with your body throughout the day. Now, most of us start the day in the morning when we wake up. So the day begins and sunlight enters your eyes. This sends a trigger to the SCN in the brain to start the day. So we can see here that it's light entering our eyes that is the trigger, and this is why many people suggest that the first thing you should do when you get up is go outside and get that sunlight directly into your eyes. Artificial lighting just doesn't quite work the same. So in the morning, a few things are happening with your hormones. Melatonin levels will decrease and cortisol levels will increase. Now, I talked about cortisol last month, but essentially when cortisol increases in the morning, that helps boost your energy and make you more alert. Your body temperature will also rise in the morning, and it will peak in mid-morning. And this elevation in body temperature leads to an increase in metabolism. This is important in the morning because your energy demands are higher, and remember, metabolism is how your body creates energy. The kickstart to metabolism in the morning helps your body with cell repair and also gets your brain working so that you have more focus. Now, the higher body temperature also helps with blood circulation so that you get more blood to your brain and muscles. Again, this all helps you get the energy that you need to take on the day ahead. So as you can see, this morning period is your prime alertness window and may be the best time to deal with the most demanding tasks and physical activities in your day. So then we move on into the afternoon, or phase 2. Here your cortisol levels stay high, which keeps your energy levels steady and helps you remain productive. But your body temperature actually starts to go down a bit from its morning peak. Now, as this phase goes on, cortisol will start to go down slowly as well, and many people experience a dip in alertness around the mid-afternoon mark, so that's around 2 to 3 p.m. And that is usually a result of these dips to body temperature and cortisol. Now, phase 3 is the evening. So at this point, the sun is setting and we start to lose that natural light coming into our eyes. This reduction in light triggers your body to start making melatonin. Now, this is the sleep hormone and it signals your body to prepare for rest. Alongside this, cortisol levels go right down. Ideally, if you watch the video on cortisol, you know that if you are chronically stressed, these levels do not go down, and they're a reason why circadian rhythms can get interrupted. Now, body temperature falls to its lowest point, which means metabolism and blood flow reduce. This helps to reduce energy levels and again prepare you for sleep. Now, during this phase, melatonin should reach its peak and drowsiness will set in to help you drift to sleep. Now, phase 4, this is the last phase. It's the sleep phase. So throughout the night, you go through different stages of sleep, which include deep sleep and also REM sleep. Now, I won't go into too much detail on these stages in this video, but what you need to know is that the sleep phase is important for physical and mental repair. Hormones will fluctuate during the different stages of sleep to help with cell repair and also memory consolidation. Now, this pattern that I just went through of the different phases of the circadian rhythm was a general pattern. Not everyone follows this, and it does actually vary from person to person. For example, some people might be more of a night owl and actually thrive at night, so their rhythm is obviously a bit different. The thing to note here is finding out what rhythm actually works best for you. That is the first step to making sure you can maintain a healthy circadian rhythm. Now, I'm reading a book at the moment called Bear, Lion, Wolf. And this is about the different types of circadian rhythms that exist and explains that different people will feel most alert at different times of the day. I will very likely do a video on these when I'm done with the book, but the point is not everyone has the same circadian rhythm. So that's what the circadian rhythm usually looks like. Let's then talk about what happens when you are out of sync, because a disrupted circadian rhythm can cause a lot of issues with your health. Now, the first and probably most well known is, of course, sleep disorders. As I said before, external cues like sunlight will help regulate your sleep-wake cycle. So if you have irregular sleep schedules, jet lag, or you have shift work, then you can confuse your circadian rhythm, and this might throw your hormones like melatonin and cortisol out of balance, which will make it difficult to fall asleep when you want to. Insomnia, which is difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep at night, is the most common symptom of a disrupted circadian rhythm. And we know that when our sleep is affected, it impacts on our mental ability and also our hearts, which is why if you have a disrupted circadian rhythm for a long period of time, your risk of heart disease can go up. Now, metabolic disorders are the other issue with disrupted circadian rhythms, and the main reason behind this is hormone disruption. Cortisol is supposed to go down during the day, but a disrupted rhythm can mean that it remains elevated, and this causes blood sugar issues and can lead to fat accumulation in the body, both of which increase the risk of diabetes. Now, the circadian rhythm also regulates insulin production, and insulin is very important for blood sugar control. It helps lower blood sugar levels, and again, a disrupted circadian rhythm can reduce how well your body responds to insulin, which can lead to type 2 diabetes. And finally, there are many studies that have shown a link between circadian rhythm disruptions and also mood disorders like depression and anxiety. Now, the tricky thing is that the issues that a disrupted circadian rhythm cause are also the things that lead to a disrupted circadian rhythm. So, for example, if you are experiencing stress at work, your cortisol levels may remain high, and this might mean that you struggle to fall asleep. Now your sleep has been impacted, so you will probably wake up with a hormonal imbalance. You will likely be irritable. That may cause some anxiety, but anxiety can then lead to more stress, and now you seem to be stuck in a loop. And all of these things disrupt the circadian rhythm even more. So hopefully you now have an idea about the circadian rhythm and how it impacts your day-to-day functioning. I will do a follow-up video next month about what changes you can make to help make sure that your circadian rhythm stays healthy and in sync, so that you can feel as best as you can throughout your day. So subscribe to make sure that you don't miss it. Now, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment, give a like, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I will see you next week, and as usual, keep playing the long game.